What's up, YouTube? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Now we got another reaction back on FIGG, and we got Rell and Heather pretty much having a deep conversation with Smac about how they feel about him and how they want him to be able to be around, care about his well-being, give him a lot of advice, also get at him about things he do on the Instagram live and in the streets in general, So took the time out to double back so I could just finish the whole video with the Dice crew. And y'all gonna let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. Keep it a Benji for me. If not, don't jump in. Shout out to Back on FIGG. Let's rock.
And you know what I'm saying, in those moments I definitely be, I do be kind of looking like fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
so you be missing me? Just tell the people, like,
course,
you really be missing me?
We need you here,
fair
dog.
Fair to say.
We need you here.
We do need you, Smac.
We need you here. We want to fuck with you here. There's never no replacement for you. You know what I mean? It's never no. We gotta do what we gotta do. It's never that. You feel? I'm always stream. That do fall into that. Like, I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta stream, but I don't wanna be without my nigga.
Fair to say.
You know what I mean? But you doing your thing. You at home. I don't know what the fuck you got going on. I don't know what the fuck you going through. Maybe your foot fucking with you. Your different little, it may be fucking with you because at the show you had a little minor breakdown to where you feel like.
Oh, you there? You seen that? I told you about it.
No. You told me about it. You told me about it. You said you had a minor breakdown to where you felt like you couldn't dance and stomp.
I felt like I was in the way. I ain't gonna lie. That's what made me start crying, because we right there. Remember when you told me to block the door? Yeah. Remember you blocked the door when all the little bullshit security was coming back there and shit? So I was right there. Remember everybody started turning up because we had the speaker there. And I'm just steady doing this. Got to put my leg down, move the wheelchair. So I'm like, then I'm looking at y'all go crazy. And I just wish I could get up and go crazy with y'all and crank it up 10 times more. So I just broke down, nigga, like, fuck. And Macwap was right there. Macwap came, and who else? It was somebody else right there. Macwap like, bro, you got me hot right now because I feel you, my nigga. You feel me? Like, you got me ready to drop a tear, nigga. Like, nah, nigga. He like, nigga, come on, bro. You good? I'm like, damn, yeah, I did break down.
Yeah, all jokes aside, and just us, fucking around, talking, going crazy with you. All jokes aside, you know what I mean? We want you here. We want you, we want your health to be at 100. We want you to get better. We want you to be doing what you gotta do. A lot of shit you do in the streets and a lot of shit you be doing out here is everybody looking at you. Everybody is concerned, man. We be looking at you, we like, bro, this nigga then lost his motherfucking mind. You feel me? Like, we can act like we hard in here and we smart. But at the end of the day, like, we love you, dog. Like, so fair to say, we want you in this motherfucker, man. So, make sure you in here, man, and make sure you trying to do what you gotta do, man. And the streets ain't shit
at all.
I mean, the streets ain't shit. I mean, I know when you go home, it'd be boring. Ain't shit to do. You might have a club. You might have a motorcycle club.
And that was a good point that Rell just made right there. I mean, he made a handful of good points. But when he said, I know you be bored, you be at the house. And, one of my advice to Smac would be just to turn up more with his content creator. Like, figure out some type of way to, maybe it's the streaming, maybe it's the Discord, whatever it may be. Come up with a segment, Smac at home, constantly be vlogging or something, just to try to keep him in the same ballpark that he in when he ain't got no free time,
Everybody else got kids. They got a girl. You know what I mean? They going home to something to doing shit. Like, you single, you on your own. So it's pretty much different. You feel me? You be in the ghetto a lot, but at the end of the day, we want to fuck with you, man. We want you here.
And that do play a big part, man. Like, when you just ain't got no girl or a boyfriend, if you a female, you know, and you ain't got no kids. It's just a lot of free time you have. And, you know, you got to make the best out of it. But sometimes with a lot of lack of responsibilities or duties or obligations, you could just find yourself floating off into any kind of space.
We be worried about you because you done said and did a lot of dumb shit.
Especially when you come from the streets, because the streets ain't nothing but a hop, skip, and a jump away. You know, it's always there. It's always accessible. It's always an option when nothing else is. So you got to always be strong-minded when it comes to the streets, especially when you really come from it. You're going to have passion, you know, memories, story. For a lot of people, these streets and these blocks and our communities or whatever, that just really be the home. You know, the home, more home than at home. Like, that's just how it be.
Shit. And
in my lifetime, fair to say.
Yeah, and you be on the fucking internet, you be on the fucking Insta story. Yeah, nigga, oh, 5-1, 5-2, nigga, do it, nigga. Niggas is tech.
That's funny, even though I know it's not really a joking matter. But I don't really keep up with Smac or nothing like that on the Instagram and all that too much with his personal. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about Smac on the Instagram live and all that, if y'all be keeping up with him on it.
You're like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? And that shit ain't cool.
Yeah, maybe stop doing that.
That shit not cool.
Fair to say.
You gotta get with it, man.
Yeah, I crash out.
Yeah, you gotta get with it, man.
I learned from my crash out. Though.
Everybody different, man. Everybody different, man. Everybody is different, man. So, you know, get with it, man. We love you. You feel me? We got you. We love you. We want you here. We want you fucking around, man. We know what I mean. We all be fucking around. We ain't, you know, I think a lot of motherfuckers don't. A lot of motherfuckers take us serious, though. You feel me? In this shit. That's why I was rather I want to just go all out. I'm like, oh, we beefing. I'm finna beef with this nigga Cole. We finna go crazy. Cause other than that, you know, we might be talking shit about each other on this or you know, we might throw a jab here, this and that, and motherfuckers gotta start creating their own narratives, and you know, we come from a place that's toxic. You know what I mean? So
for sure,
motherfuckers be wanting to see that shit. So. And, you know, we don't want to be subjected to that shit all the time, man. We just, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's real talk.
Want to be fuck around, man, with our people.
That's real talk.
Want to fuck around with our people, man. You feel me? God damn. We want to fuck around with our people, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's get my boy Smac in there. Let it get crazy.
You still never told us what they said about you.
What, about me?
Yeah.
What you mean?
You said you ain't fucking. I see it's going crazy. The
oh, they told me I need therapy. They told me I need therapy, and I said if I go get therapy, Trey gotta go with me.
Shout out my nigga Trey, man. I love that nigga Trey. I love Trey.
Trey gotta go with me. If I'm going to get therapy, Trey turned it down. If I'm going to get therapy, you niggas just coming with me.
For vlogging it.
I think I might have an anger issue. I might have one.
100%.
I might have an anger issue, and I realized it, and it's stupid. I realized it in the stupidest places, where it's just like on the you know what I'm saying, the cooking shit with a pun. You feel me? Like I realized it in a stupid place. Like what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I'm just snapping.
And you know, that was really, really good for them to have that moment with Smac, to keep it all real, keep it a Benji, you know, let Smac know that they got his back, got his side, and they there for him, that he don't got to feel alone. And give him some words of encouragement and advice if he take it. And also, if y'all don't know what Rell is speaking on about himself right now, you know, the other night, when Pun was doing Let's Cook, or Cook Me, I forgot the name for the moment, I don't know why. But when he was doing the stream, Rell was battling with his cell phone there because he like was snapping and he went off on somebody. or a couple people, you know, like callers, like people that call in or, you know, chime in, but they show their face and all that type stuff, right? So that's just what T-Rell is speaking on.
On a nigga like, if a nigga was in my face, I'd probably damn.
Fair to say.
You feel me?
No, on the real.
Like stupid
Thank God he
shit.
ain't. Thank God he ain't in your face.
You know what I mean? And I'll be like, damn, I should have did. But when it's on the internet, it's just like, you know, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And Duno was like, you know, he brought up something good. He like, hey, we too lit for you to be doing that. That shit ugly.
What
That's
is?
what Duno said.
You be going off on people and fuck your mama and all that. Like, you look stupid. You sound dumb.
But no,
yeah,
no,
you really sound dumb.
No, but at the end of the day,
You really sound dumb.
I don't feel that way.
Damn.
I don't feel that way because I feel like if somebody disrespect me, I'm going all out. I may say fuck your mama, your daughter.
And you know, I feel like everybody got their own viewing and how they want to go about stuff for themselves or how they view the next person. However, I feel like it's all about just being you. Like, if you want to sell professional, then sell professional. But on the other side, you could just sell being you. And the real moments is what people care about sometimes. Like, that's the type of time we in right now. That's the time we in. And it's just like academics, you know, he do a lot of things that certain people wouldn't respect or wouldn't agree with. However, it don't really slow his process down. You know, it keep him in the media, it keep him on top and in one of the top positions in media or whatever, podcasts and all that, YouTube, streaming, and people accept that because Ack is kind of like selling himself. You know, he's not trying to be really so professional. Now behind the scenes and on paperwork and contracts and deals, I'm sure he's professional, you know? So I just feel like it's about what works for you. And I feel like a lot of people rock with Back on FIGG and T-Rell because, you know, they just so raw. You know? That's like why people mess with people like Mac and just people that and Smac and, you know, people be raw. Heather as well. You know, like they just raw about it. No filter. Like he say, Ace Boy Trey and them. Like, that's what people like about him. I'm not saying that a person should just crash out or make themselves look bad or, you know, be anything like that. I just feel like, you know, what work for one person might not work for the next person. And what don't work for one person might work for the next person.
Yes, I don't give a fuck.
But that's where we come from, though.
Thank you. It's open doors at this point, so don't be mad at
That's
me.
where y'all come from, but not everybody gets how fucked up it is from you guys' eyes. Some people think, oh, that's childish. Oh, that's a weak, you know, comeback or whatever. But in you guys' eyes, like, that's the worst of the worst.
Everything you care about when
Yeah.
you fucking with us or beefing with us.
I mean, but you don't want to look like Nicki Minaj's husband, like,
Oh yeah, we on the block, like waiting for you.
like that shit is whack and ugly and dirty, you know?
Fair to say.
Like, it's just nasty and dirty. Like, and you're not that, Terrell. And you really don't play in real life. So we just have to figure out another way to say it. I fucking hate that I've responded to the bitch last week, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love that I did, but I hate that I did too. Because I only crashed out a couple times on the internet. China and now him. Everybody at my gym was asking me about it, saying that they saw it. I'm just like, that's not how I want to look in this world. Like, I don't want to look like that, yelling and crashing out on you like my nanny's watching. Like, this is just embarrassing and it's ugly and it's nasty.
And you know, Heather is making some great points, you know, like especially if you really care about how a lot of people view you or how others view you. That's an important game that Heather kicked out right there. But I also feel like don't let nobody try to control your flow. You know, like people can either tune in or they don't got to. It's the choice. And people should really be tuning in because they like to see what they like to see. As long as you're not being totally just off the wall. But don't just let it turn into a situation where people be keeping up with you and watching you just so they could dictate your program, you know, and start pulling strings from the audience. Because at the end of the day, you did what you had to do to get in that position. and others ain't did it. So all that what you would do and wouldn't do sounds easy, but you're not in that position. That's just how I feel about it. Like, long as you don't totally embarrass yourself and your family and your team and your friends or whatever, and I feel like, you know, we can come back from all that stuff.
But I mean, sometimes you do have to let people know, because he wasn't stopping. And he kept picking and kept picking. So sometimes you do have to let people know. But I feel like it's more, you have more power when you don't say anything, and you can smile and you can move on and you can carry on and still do your thing without without having to do that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is needed. I felt like when I did it was needed.
Hold on, I'm gonna put a poll up, and y'all ask me right. Y'all tell me right now, because the people know.
What's the poll, young man?
Is T-Rell bipolar?
100%.
Yeah.
Percent.
Hell yeah.
What you mean?